about an experience I had at Camp Geronimo. We always got Cardiac Hill. And I don't know how many of you have been to Camp Geronimo. Cardiac Hill is the first campsite, and it is straight up. I mean, literally, by the time you get to that campsite, your legs are wobbling. Well, we got Cardiac Hill every year while I was a kid there. And we'd gone through a whole week of activities, had a good time. The last night we had this huge campfire, and we were up late. The campfire ran long, and we all got back to our campsite, and we were just tired. Well, we had this kid in our troop that he didn't brush his teeth or anything before he went to go to bed. He was so tired he just went to bed. Laid down, fell asleep. We kind of tidied up around a little bit, brushed our teeth, and we all went to bed. Well, this particular scout got up in the middle of the night, and he had to go. So he couldn't find his flashlight. He didn't want to wake anybody up. The latrines were down the hill just a little ways, and he just finally he said, you know what, I know where they're at. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go. So he got up and kind of fumbled through the dark, and while he was fumbling through the dark, he heard something in the bushes. Crack here and crack there. Now that's strange. He just kept walking, and it started getting closer. Well, as the sounds got closer, he smelled something. And he thought, man, the latrines are really nasty tonight. But then he realized that the smell was coming off to the side, and the latrines were ahead of him. You know, that's really weird. And the smell got worse and worse as he kept walking. And the latrines were still about 50 yards away, and he kept hearing these sounds in the woods of crackling brush and leaves and twigs underneath the feet, and the smell got worse and worse, and he heard, Jason, I want you. Sorry, wrong story. But anyway, so he kept hearing it, got closer and closer, and hear this growling sound, and he started to get scared, and so he picked up the pace and started walking faster, and the stench got worse, and he heard growling more and more, and so he started to run, and as he started running, he could hear whatever was behind him growling, getting closer and closer, and as he got to the latrine, he opened the door and slammed the door behind him just as whatever it was slammed against the door. Arrgh! And he decided he was going to stay there all night. Whatever it was out there that smelled so bad was worse than what he was standing in. He kind of crawled up onto the seat and stayed there just in case something came up underneath. He stayed there, and all of a sudden the smell kind of went away, and the growling went away, and he could hear it go off into the distance. And as he started to relax a little bit, he thought, I might as well do what I came here to do. So he sat down, and he didn't realize that he heard this growling sound coming again. And what he didn't realize is it was coming from underneath him. It got louder. And all of a sudden it just sucked him down. And he was gone. And that's the last time we saw him. The next morning we all got up and we couldn't find him. And as we started searching for him, we finally found his shirt over by the latrine full of goo and a hole dug, burrowed underneath the earth and over to the latrine. And we couldn't find him. He was gone. That's the last we saw him. So let this be a lesson to you. Take your flashlight, buddy.